Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're talking about the 2017 draft class. It's 3 years later, and now it's time to reflect and grade out this draft class, okay? As you can tell, the hair's gone, all right? It was due to a quarantine cut malfunction. I had to shave it all off, all right? So, but right now, this is serious. More serious than the hair. All right, so appreciate you guys. Let's get right into this. Here we go, guys. All right, guys, and with the first pick of the 2017 draft, the Cowboys drafted Taco Charlton. This is the infamous 2017 draft where the Cowboys passed on T.J. Watt in favor of Taco Charlton. All right, so not a good pick here. You know, this is something that's believed to possibly been more influenced by coaches here, possibly Rod Marinelli. And you'll see a little bit of that trend here in coming years, not just this pick. But, you know, I think this is when you started to see cracks in the foundation really, you know, taking their toll on the Jason Garrett program. You know, this was a miss. Cowboys needed defensive end help. They missed with Taco Charlton. With this one here, an F-. All right, this was a complete failure from all vantage points, you know. Too slow. Couldn't get around. Healthy scratches, and Cowboys ultimately let him go. All right, they didn't get anything out of him. So for this one, F-. In the second round, the Cowboys drafted cornerback Chido, Awuzie, out of Colorado. Okay, second round pick. So how has he done? I think he's done. You know, I think he had a good, solid rookie campaign. You know, he kind of struggled a little bit early with the hamstrings, but he got over that. And productive. You know, we talk about needing production out of your early picks. Second round pick, we got production early out of Chido. And pretty much he's been at that position since he started here. So for Chido Awuzie, I think you get a solid player, a player that's not afraid to tackle. If you remember, he made that, you know, he wasn't afraid to hit Marshawn Lynch in beast mode. He went toe-to-toe, took him out of bounds. And that's one thing that some of our corners have lacked in previous seasons, you know, physical cornerbacks. So he's got the physicality, he's got the height. I think he took a step back when Chris Richard came here. And I'm hoping that he's able to rectify his career. He is in a contract year right now in 2020. What grade do I give him? Chido Awuzie, I give him a B. Okay, a solid B. Okay, now we're here in the third round here. The Cowboys drafted Jourdan Lewis. Some draft people gave him a first round grade, second round grade. Cowboys were able to steal him in the third round. He dropped a little bit, obviously, in that draft due to an off-field issue that was later cleared up. So, Jourdan Lewis, you're getting a really good talent, okay? He can play on the outside. We've seen him do it. And I think he really excels in the slot. When given the opportunity, he made plays. Nobody can forget that Saints game. Made plays all over the place, turned the tide, got a turnover, tackling machine all over the place. For me, this draft class, I have to say myself, you know, some of you may not agree, but Jourdan Lewis is my favorite defender from this draft. I like Chido, but I do love Jourdan Lewis. You know, can he put himself in position to lock up the slot position? You know, can he overcome some of these height requirements that the front office looks like they're still, you know, going by? We'll see. But for me, Jourdan Lewis gets a B+ for me. Okay, and yes, I know he hasn't played much, but when given the opportunity, this guy has made really good plays. B+ player for me, Jourdan Lewis. Okay, now we're into the fourth round. The Cowboys drafted wide receiver Ryan Switzer out of North Carolina. Kick return specialist. We had high hopes for him. He was going to line up with Cole Beasley, same time. Both of these little guys running around, catching passes all over the place. It never happened. It never transformed to anything. He did show flashes in the return game, but then he also had some goofy plays where he fumbled the ball against the Rams, kind of turned the tide in that game. It was a game Cowboys should have won. That just stuck out in my mind. They didn't really get anything out of him. So this was a failure from the staff, from the front office. And they didn't get anything out of him. They ended up trading him for a defensive tackle. I think it was Jihad Ward or somebody like that. And then he ultimately ended up with the Steelers, where it looks like he's found himself a role there. But for the Cowboys in this draft class, So the grade I'm giving Ryan Switzer is a C minus. Okay, for what he kind of had a couple of splash plays for the Cowboys here and there, but he's also done some things for the Steelers. So right now as a player, I'm giving him a C minus. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, in the 6th round, the Cowboys drafted Xavier Woods, the safety out of Louisiana Tech. Okay, he was a really big fan favorite. It was a favorite of mine early on as well. You saw the potential. He could play in the slot if you needed to use him in a pinch there at corner. You could play him in the slot, nickel. But you know, he can play the safety where ultimately he ended up. Okay, and he's ended up in a starting role for this team. And I think he still has untapped potential. I think when we drafted him, he had a high ceiling, and I still think that he hasn't quite reached that ceiling. Will he have the opportunity with the Cowboys? He is also in a contract year. So we'll see what he does for the Cowboys, but he might put himself in a good position to land on another team. I don't know if the Cowboys are going to be looking to dole out more money, big money to the secondary. We'll see what they do. We saw them draft a bunch of players here in the 2020 draft. Safety, they have undrafted players as well in position. So we'll see what they do there. But the grade I'm giving Xavier Woods is going to be B+. I think he's been a solid player for us. He's been good. You know, he hasn't been great, but like I said, he has untapped potential. So if somebody grabs him in free agency, if the Cowboys let him go in free agency, somebody might get a player out of him and might be able to develop him more. If he lands in the right place, his career could really take off even more than what it is right now. All right, so B+, Xavier Woods. Okay, and in the 6th round, the Cowboys drafted cornerback Marquez White out of Florida State. Okay. Not much to say here. Didn't really do anything. Had some off-field issues. Where he's at now, I think last I heard he was playing for the XFL. We don't know what's going on with them. But Cowboys didn't get anything out of this player. I'm giving him an F-. Okay, that's just what it is. He didn't make the team really. Didn't do anything. No impact or anything. F-, Marquez White. Okay, now we move on to the 7th round here. The Cowboys drafted defensive tackle Joey Ivy out of Florida. Another player that had zero impact for the Cowboys, didn't even make the roster. This is also was going to be an F- for me. Joey Ivy, F-. Where he's at currently right now in 2020, last I saw he was with the Tennessee Titans. All right. Okay, and then in the 7th round again, we had another pick here. We grabbed wide receiver Noah Brown out of Ohio State. The Ohio State. All right. So coming out of Ohio State, same draft class as Ezekiel Elliott, had a lot. He was pretty raw coming out of Ohio State. That's why he kind of fell down. But everybody fell in love with the measurables and that kind of thing. But pretty much he couldn't stay healthy, you know. And he's still on the roster right now, 2020. I don't know if he'll make the team. I'll be shocked if he does. But a lot of potential. But potential really gets you nowhere. It ends up getting you cut. Okay, you've heard that quote before. Potential gets you cut. So what it is here, this guy, I'm giving him a D. Okay, I'm giving Noah Brown a D, and I could have easily been an F- as well, because he's been like the Charles Tapper, the Matt Johnson, these types of players that are injured year in and year out. That's what Noah Brown has been. So I'm giving him a D, but could have easily been in the F range. All right, guys. So we get to the final pick of this, weird 2017 draft class with Jourdan CARRELL, the defensive tackle out of Colorado. Cowboys took a flyer on him. Didn't do anything. I don't even know if he's in football right now. I think he's out of football. So definitely another F- here for Jourdan CARRELL, defensive tackle. All right, guys. So that is the 2017 draft class. 3 years later, the grades. Okay, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what grades you give these players. Put them in the comments there. I'm curious to see how you guys grade these players out, okay? So put them there in the comments. I do appreciate you. Hope everybody has a great Memorial Day weekend. Everybody stay safe, okay? Don't let your guard down. That kind of thing, okay? Like to see my subscribers in the comments. Make sure you leave your comments there. And continue to like, subscribe, and share. Shout out to all my members. I will be holding a drawing for the Ring of Honor members for a free t-shirt here coming up. If you want to be a member, you can sign up as well. You got a couple of perks there that I give away. And don't forget to hit up the discount for the merch. Big 20, BIG20, okay, for 20% off all Cowboys blog merch in the shop, okay? So grab you some of that, tag me in it, and that's it, guys. I'll see you guys for the next video. Peace.